Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for having me today on your special occasion this evening. And I appreciate the invite. I appreciate everybody that's joining us. Um, we're going to be making together uh, a tasty cheesecake with fresh strawberry lime zest sauce. I hope everybody that's planning on uh, baking with us this evening have already had your cream cheese out, your sour cream out, and your eggs out. We will, if you don't have them out, you can chat. We have our production manager overlooking the chats I'm the communication officer, and we also have our production crew over here. Uh, uh, as well as our engineer and computer engineer over here overlooking all the processes. So if you have any questions, just put it in the chat and they'll relay it to me. In addition, if you don't have your cream cheese out, just let me know. There's a trick we can do. So I'll tell it to you anyway, just in case it happens to you in the future. Take the packs as they are, just like this, out of the box, and put them on a tray. Put your oven at 200 degrees and put them in there for about 10-15 minutes, and then they'll be fine. To me, even right now, to the touch, I still feel them a little cool, even though they've been out for 2 hours. But all depends on the house temperature and things like that. So, are we ready to start baking? Okay, let's go. The I'm gonna put I left this on so we could see it together, and also you want to zoom up here, and we have our special bottle over here. Forgot the box. There we go. What I don't know is how well you guys are able to hear me because I had the microphone in my hand and I'm not used to it. Usually, I usually have it here. So hopefully everybody was able to hear me well. Okay. Oh, you're taking me getting dressed? All right, let's begin baking. So, what are we going to do first? We have the cream cheese out, we have the sour cream out, we have our eggs out. Uh, and also, I want you, if you have the lime, go ahead and grab it out of the refrigerator, wash it, kind of dry it, and put it on the side because you want it dry when you want to zest it. So, what we're going to do first is really cut our parchment paper and get our pan ready for our crust. So, we have the 9-inch spring pan over here. And there are many ways to cut the parchment paper. Um, I mean, there are so many ways, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it here, uh, just snap it for us. And I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors. By the way, this is what I recommend. Always keep a separate pair of scissors in your kitchen just for things related to cooking. Don't use the same scissors that you use to cut paper and other things. Then you wash it and it's back in, it's like it becomes one of your items that you will use if you need it, just like a situation like this. And don't use it like to open packages either. So keep it clean, related just to food items. All right, here we go. Now there's another way, which I'm not going to show you, where you would take it, you fold the paper into rectangulars, and then you keep folding it until it becomes triangular, and then you put it at the bottom of here, and you cut it, and it becomes a perfect circle. But I'm not, I don't usually do that. I just do it this way. So there we have our parchment paper ready. We have our spring pan here. Make sure it's in there good and tight. There we go. You want to hear that snap. And I'm going to use uh, avocado oil to spray our pan in or with. So if you have the butter spray, I'll give you a couple seconds here to go grab one. I don't think I've mentioned it before in my list that I sent your way. But if you don't have that, grab the butter and just butter your pan. It doesn't have to be warm or anything. Just wipe it with it. Use the real butter. So I'm going to use the avocado oil. Now the avocado oil is different than the artificial butter spray. The other one, you don't have to do what I'm just going to do right now. And the reason I'm doing this is because the avocado oil does not, it's real oil. And so I'm going to wipe, see, I'm just going to wipe the whole pan. Because it's like it really doesn't, like almost doesn't disappear, it stays there. So now I'm going to put the parchment paper in the opposite of the roll. So it'll stick better. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle in there, so don't worry. And then what we're gonna do is also spray the parchment paper, and I'm also going to wipe down the parchment paper itself. I want you to note something. When after it's cooked and baked, when you take it out to put it on the cooling rack, I want you to take paper towel enough to cover the whole base of this and put it wherever you're going to put this, under it. Put the paper towel under it, because you will have some oil coming out from it. That way it doesn't make other things dirty for you. So I hope everybody's enjoying their time. So right now, what I'm going to do is get it ready also for later. The reason I'm doing it right now, I'm going to be covering the pan with foil, because we're going to, when we bake it, we're going to put it in a hot bath. And the water does two things. One of them is it helps even the cooking. The other one is it produces a little bit of steam to prevent the top from cracking. The big one, please. The camera crew is assisting me today, and she's our videographer today. Thank you. There we go. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take enough, obviously more than enough of the aluminum foil. There we go. And the reason you want to do it now is if you put the cream cheese filling in there and you do it later, if you unspring it or something, you will have, obviously, the filling will escape. So here's what I recommend. Put on this side, I have this. So I'm going to start from here and move it towards the opening, the lid opening here, or the springing thingy. And then I'll just go like this. So that's all we're doing. We're pressing it like this. I'm turning it so you could see. We're just trying to prevent the water. We're going to put it in a 1/2 inch warm water when we start baking it. Okay, our pan is ready. Let's put it on the side. And we're going to now take care of our crackers over here. So we need 1.5 cups of the graham crackers, which equals to 9 uh, pieces of the crackers. Each 3 equals half a cup. So just in case, my hands are a little buttery. There we go. And again, if you need me to slow down, please let us know in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to. So we're putting, again, 1.5 cups of graham crackers. So if you already have the crackers already, you bought them pre-mixed or pre-cracked, or you don't have to, you can you don't have to do this step. You'll just add the sugar in there and the melted butter. So what I'm going to do is wash my hands real quick. There. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. So I have the crackers in here. The regular blade, we're going to turn it on. I'm going to put it on low speed. We're going to put it for a minute and see what happens. And in the meantime, while this thing is mixing, I'm going to grab a stick of butter. We're going to use half of it. We're going to melt it. And I'll show you what I do when I melt it as well. And a way to prevent also the butter from exploding in the microwave, or if you just cover it with something, it's still going to make a mess. Another way to also melt the butter is you can take a pan, if you don't like to use the microwave, put it on low heat and melt it there. And there are recipes where that's the only way I melt the butter. I do not use the microwave because the recipe calls for it. And you don't boil uh, the butter, so you're just melting it on low heat. Here we go. Yeah. You have a question? Yes, Melissa Courtney wants to know, can you use the chocolate graham cracker or do you recommend the honey graham crackers only? No, I've used the question is, can you use chocolate graham crackers or do you only use the honey graham crackers? No, I've used the chocolate, and I've also I've done it with where I've done swirls or squirrels, no swirls of chocolate inside the cheesecake, and also you can use some like to even use Oreo, and you can even take the same graham crackers and mix it with cocoa powder inside, and it'll give it a good flavor too. The gluten, yeah, yeah. And I've also, if anybody, for our gluten-free friends, I've done it for at the university more than once, where I brought in gluten-free desserts. They have the packs. They have, except for that one, know that the whole box equals to 1.5 cups for the gluten-free ones, and they're usually not in the same area where the regular crackers are. They are usually like at the end of the aisle, put on the side. But and you can also find them online. So what I'm doing is I'm checking and making sure our crackers are good. They're nice and fine. Um, they're not like 100% fine. There's still some a little bit of thicker. So that's how we want it. And I just want to make sure you know, and you see that. So, and I'm looking here. I'm seeing. I want to put it maybe another 20 seconds. I don't think it was for a full minute when we did it, but you could see it's still. I still have a little bit some rough ones in there, so I want to put it for a little bit more. There we go. And I have my butter stick out. We're going to use a quarter cup, half a stick, 4 tablespoons. Uh, but I'll wait just in case the noise is too high. This should be good. But what I do with the butter, I don't just take the half a stick and put it in there. I like to uh, cut it into about 1 tablespoon each. So uh, you know, with bacon, I know we need to be precise. With this, you don't have to be completely precise. And I use real butter. I'm not using kind of other items, margarines and things like this. It's I think I know it is healthier than using fake butter, but you know it's butter, and you need the good taste. So we'll put the butter back in the fridge. We have our crackers here, much better. Move this out of the way. And let me get I have the bowl over here ready. There we go. We don't want anything to go to waste here. Let's move this out of our way. Okay. So we also need to add our sugar to here, but let me show you what I'm going to do with the butter.
Sam, I do have a question.
Yes.
Gerald Grohard wants to know, was that unsalted butter that you used?
Yes, I use unsalted butter. Honestly, in all my cooking, I use unsalted butter because that way, even with the regular cooking, you can add the amount of salt that you want. Uh, the question was, do I use unsalted butter? And honestly, I forget that a lot of times to mention it's unsalted butter. It just becomes a natural that we use unsalted butter. And ironically, in the older days, uh, when I first moved from Lebanon, we always used salted butter. My parents did, and always bought the regular butter, but still it was salted for some. And then we switched to unsalted. But uh, I don't know why the purpose. I was young, so anyway. So I covered it, as you saw, with the Saran wrap. I'm going to put it in the microwave. I'm not going to put it on melt or anything. I'm just going to use the regular high, just being, you know, just the quick way. I put it for 30 seconds. It stops. I go like this with it after 30 seconds and put it for 15 more seconds and it's done. So, and then it doesn't explode. It doesn't do any of that stuff that the butter does. If you leave it uncovered, it'll go poof. And even if you use one of these on top of this, it's still gonna go poof. You know. So let's put our sugar in there. You can use any kind of sugar. Uh, this is cane sugar that I'm using. Uh, some might even like to use brown sugar. So well, let's see. All right, what do I want to put? Oh, I want to put my gloves on. Let's see our butter. See, you could see is there's still a little bit left. So I go like this. Now I'm going to put it for just 15 seconds. It pretty much almost melted on its own, but still, just in case. All right. So let's see here. And we're going to add a quarter cup of sugar, by the way, anyway. So to these, make sure I'm using the quarter here. And don't be afraid. If you make mistakes, it's okay. You put too much sugar or something, and it's not going to hurt it. It's what I was saying before with baking. This is a little different than when you're baking a cake, where a lot of the ingredients need to be very precise, or the bread, because then things will really change. With this, we're okay. If you messed up on something, you put a little too much of something, it's not going to hurt. Now for the amount of crackers I'm not using it so it'll go around the whole pan on the outside. I don't put it that high in there. It just goes about this much on the edge on the bottom. All right. If you don't have a glove, you can use it. If you want to use a spoon, a spatula, your hand, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. Again, I hope everybody's having fun tonight and enjoying what we're doing. And I am very appreciative that everybody's. And really, I just because talking and doing all these things, I made a little mistake. I usually mix the sugar with the crackers before I add the butter in there, just to let you know. So you talk to the best chefs out there. They say the only way they make mistakes all their lives. We're always in a learning curve, and we're always learning things, and we're having a good time. So here, I'm mixing the butter. So I want all those crackers to absorb all that butter. Uh, and there, so it's not going to be like buttery, or it's not going to be like a paste. It's still just going to feel in your hand like it's like granulate, and this is how it's supposed to feel. Then also, I'm not going to pre-bake my crust. I don't pre-bake my crust. I don't pre-bake my pie crust either. And whoever was able, who has been able to try my pies, you see how flavorful the crust is and how flaky it is, and I don't pre-bake it. And also quite a few of you have had my cheesecakes as well. Uh, I'm thinking also to make a chocolate ganache, but maybe the weekend or something, or later, maybe another night. Then I can post it. So if you want to add chocolate ganache to the top of the cheesecake, or another, it's very simple. All right, here I'm okay. Can you see inside the pan? See, I'm just putting it. I'm not just putting it in the middle and moving it around. I'm kind of with my hand sprinkling it around. There we go. And even with the crust, just like the pie, if you've watched any of my videos, uh, we fix them. I just go like this, with turning them and pressing it down, and then we'll set it on the side, and so it'll be ready for us to add the creamy filling. That's it. It's ready.
Abir says hello.
Hello. Who says hello?
Abir.
Oh, who? I'm sorry.
Abir Jana. Abir Jana.
Oh, hello.
And then Danielle Quinn.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the everybody's enjoying my cooking. So what's next? We're gonna start working on the filling. So we moved these tools out of the way, and now we're going to bring our. Uh, as you see, my kitchen is not very big, so I can't just have all the tools out all at the same time. So, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to be using. I'm bringing things over. So we're going to be using our paddle shifter in stand mixer. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, uh, what I want you to do is you can use the hand mixer, but you need to have a big bowl so you don't splatter things all over the place, and you want to start on low with the cream cheese. But I'm going to show you how I open the cream cheeses, and I do it by hand. If it's too hard for you, if you have to use a knife, just be careful. You can put it down and cut it. You put it on a cutting board to cut it. Whichever is good is good for you or easy for you guys. I mean, all right. And here's our friend. As you see, my my hand mixer, my stand mixer is not the kind that this flips over. There's advantages to it. The ones that flips up, it's easier to put the ingredients in it while you're adding things. But the reason I got this one, it's just the motor is a little bit stronger than the other ones. And as you know, I like baking. So let's start here with our cream cheese. What we're going to do is put all of our cream cheese in here and all four of our packs. So I still feel them a little bit cooler than I'd like, but I think we'll be okay. We can always improvise if need be. So how's everybody doing? I hope are keeping up with me. The camera crew said yes. They're keeping up with me. They say, hurry up, I want to eat. So if yours a little, if you know, if you find cream cheese still stuck in there, you want to take it out, have a little butter knife handy dandy. All right. Third. And usually, you know, when we're taping, we don't, they end up, what's really nice that they end up when they're taping, you know, you just put one and you cut them or you already put them in there. You know, what's nice about this is you're seeing every step. So if I make a mistake, we are all learning what I am making, what mistake I'm making, or if there's something you have a suggestion or don't hesitate to ask. Uh, as I said, we're always learning from each other. There we go. This one doesn't want to open. I don't know why. It doesn't want to go in there. There, just open the other side. Yeah, the other side didn't want to split from that one. See, I just improvised, used the other side. Or I could have used the scissors, as was suggested by our videographer. Yeah, the whole production crew is here today. So that's good. All right, let's throw these out. So next I'm going to be putting the sour cream in here. And usually I also, honestly, when I'm doing things on my own, I'll have a separate bag on the side and end up putting all that stuff, all those things in there. So I'm using the the 1 pound, 16 ounce. I think it's about a cup or so of the sour cream. You can use any sour cream that you like. And I'm going to grab a spatula that I'll be using later as well to empty the sour cream in here. There we go. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Okay, here we go. So I still have a little bit of sour cream on the spatula, but it's because we're going to be digging the spatula inside the items in here. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to get a small plate to put the spatula on to try to keep the counter clean. There we go. Quick hand wash here. And so right now I put our sour cream and I put our cream cheese in there. So what do you want to do right now? Let's turn our oven on and set it at 325. Start preheating.
Cameron, we have a question.
Yes.
Mary Love would like to know, do you use regular cream cheese and sour cream or reduced fat?
I use regular. I haven't used the reduced fat, but it should be okay if that's your preference. Just make sure the reduced fat part doesn't have things in there that could harm you, like some of the diet items. But no, it shouldn't hurt it. I know it's a little less. Honestly, I'm remembering right now. There's one time I needed to make a cheesecake, and I think they had it on sale or something, and there was only reduced fat. There was like two regular, two reduced, and I picked up. I just saw it because I was in a hurry and I needed to get something. So it doesn't really hurt it. Uh, One thing is I'm worried about the fat content in the cream cheese. Uh, I'd recommend adding half a tablespoon of cornstarch to the mixture later because to try to solidify it a little bit better. Now the eggs are in there to also solidify it, but it makes it a little bit more secure.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can you repeat the temperature on the oven, please?
Yes, the temperature is at 325. And if you have convection bake, use convection bake. And can you please come over here? I need to show them the rack, the oven rack, because that's something that I noticed even when you see others cooking and baking. A lot of times they might tell you, "Oh, put it in the middle, or put it third down, or something." This is how mine is. This rack, for me, it has a little bit of, because it'll come in and out by itself. So even when I have it on this, it's still sitting. So like the top third of your oven. So technically, if my rack was only like this, I would have put it on this one. But I have it here, so this reaches here. So it's like 1, 2, 3 for here. So the top of the pan is almost in the middle of the oven. But most of the the cheesecake is going to be in the bottom third or below the half. I hope this helps here. And if there's pie, you can always eat more. All right, so we started preheating our oven, and let's start working on our cheesecake, our cream filling, I should say. Here we go. So I'm going to start right now on speed one, just to see how it's doing. It's not too bad. Is everybody okay with their cream cheese is ready? If anybody's cooking if anybody's cooking with us, or do they need any assistance? Do they need time to wait to get it cooler, or are we okay? We're good. Okay. So I'm putting it on speed two. So not high, not low. And I'm going to let it go for about a minute right now. And I want to see, and again, like I said, today, even though it was out for 2 hours, it still was not, it's not as creamy as I'd like it to be. Uh, we didn't have the heat on. But, uh, but even, but it's good. It's fine. It's doing what it needs to be. They're doing, the mixer is doing well. And I'll help it. I'll stop it in a minute, and if I see a little clump in the middle, I can take it. I can move it, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I see something here in the middle that I'm gonna just move it to the outside so it doesn't just stay on top. And the eggs will solidify it too. We'll make it once we start doing putting the eggs in there. So here, let's do another 30 seconds or so, and we have our 4 eggs ready to go in. And please, when you put the eggs in, turn it off, or you'll will be sprayed with the eggs. So there we go. This is good. This is good. So now we're going to be adding 4 eggs, but 1 egg at a time. Now you question why? Why not just put them in there? They're going to get mixed anyway. The main reason is because eggs and fat do not mix together. Have you ever fried an egg and had the butter or oil inside the egg? Never. It's always sitting on the outside. That's the reason. And you stop it for a reason. In case you go like this and you end up dropping a shell or something, it's easier to pick it up now than trying to chase it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on low for 1 minute. Okay? So that's what I do per egg. And then in a little bit too, after we're have all the eggs in there mixed well, I'm going to scrape the whole uh, bowl, and then we're going to add the cornstarch, the sugar, and the vanilla extract. The it's looking good. I like it.
Now we have questions.
Yes.
Mary Love says, I made a fish cake, but do you take the eggs out ahead of time, or can you use them straight out of the fridge?
I take them out about an hour before, but it's okay if she didn't. It'll be fine. It's mainly the cream cheese and the sour cream that needs to be out to get to the room temperature because of how they're mixing. But the egg it's better at room temperature, but it's not going to hurt it. Even when you're frying eggs, when you think about you want to fry eggs, take them out a little bit ahead of time. They'll cook more evenly, they'll cook faster, and they won't splash as much either. So now we're going to add the second one. There we go. All right. Another minute. Whoops. There you go. It went on 2, but now it's back on 1. And honestly, using good quality ingredients makes a difference in the taste. Oh, very nice. Good job, young chef. Yeah, honestly, I got inspired with cooking really many, many years ago. My dad used to cook, and I even have, I'll show you after I'm done with the eggs. I'll wash my hands, and I have a handwritten book from my father that has his recipes in there. I've had it since 1987. And the reason I put the arm down, I mean, you don't have to if you have the other kind that you can open. It's just easier to put to put the eggs in. That's all. There's no other reason than that. Was I supposed not to move? Thank you. Again, thank you, everyone, for joining me and having me join you in your homes. And I wish everybody could be here. Then we can eat together some cheesecake tonight. And fortunately, everybody at home is not going to eat it tonight. They're going to have to wait until tomorrow. But I played a trick. I baked one Sunday, and I have it ready here. The production crew are very happy that I did that, so they don't have to wait until tomorrow. All right, last egg. There we go. Yeah, this is good. And if you drop a shell in there, just grab a spoon and take it out. I know it's the easiest way, one of the easiest ways, unless you have another trick you like to use to take them out. All right, one more minute.
We have another question to ask.
Yes.
Cheryl Brocard wants to know what would happen if we put all the eggs in at once?
If you put them all in at once, uh, it's going to take longer to mix them, but they're not going to incorporate as smoothly into the batter. You might end up, even when it's baking, they might end up cracking because the the egg that has solidified within the cream cheese and the sour cream might not uh, have incorporated itself very well. And that's why we're putting one at a time, mixing it for a minute, giving it its time. I know a minute might seem, I don't know, seems long or short, but it's the right time that it needs uh, to to get mixed in there, and that's how I've been doing it. There are times where we think, oh, I don't want to. Let me put them all in and mix it. It's just it's the you'll feel it. You'll feel the difference. Can you zoom in here? See real quick, so they could see how liquidy it has become. And also the machine, the stand mixer itself produces some heat in there as well while it's going. So see how nice now. You could see how creamy it is. How everything you don't see the eggs in there. It's all mixed. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to stop it. I'm going to I'm going to scrape all the way around. And it's not just around. With the stand mixer, there's something that the cream cheese stays on the bottom because of the weight and everything. So we're going to scrape the bottom and uh, and the sides. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I see a little bit of sour cream here. I want to put it down. Decided to make itself up there, but and I said, and I'm using a little knife here, a butter knife, to just scrape this off. And for when you're using knives, here's a hint for you: not just a butter knife, but even when you're using on a cutting board and moving things off the board, use the back of the knife, because when you're using the top, you're still scraping some wood, some plastic. Even though we don't see it, it's better when you use the back of the knife. It's much better. So now we're going to add 1.25 cup of sugar. Now you could get the whole thing with the 1 cup. You could use 5 of these, depends how much dishes you want to do. You can do 3, a third, and a quarter. We all are very good in calculating things. I know as nurses, you have to, and me as an accountant, I have to. So, so here I'll use I was going to use 5 of those, and then sometimes you put in there and you lose count because you'll be talking and you think, oh, 5 of these. What did I do? 4 or did I put 5? And I'll be honest with you, when I'm doing the blueberry pie or apple pie, because we put 7 cornstarch in there. And then I'll be talking, and then I think, oh, did I put 6 or 7? Should I look at the camera? And then I just add it. I think, okay, if I put too much, it's okay. As long as I didn't put under, I'll be fine. So, so now we put the 1.25 cup of sugar. Now I need to get the cornstarch out and the vanilla. Sorry, we were running a little behind, so we didn't have all these things out. And I don't know if you have them out, but here, I have some cornstarch here. The other one, actually, it has like itty bitty in the bottom of it. I'll just go ahead and use a new one here. And be careful, the cornstarch is very, very powdery. All right, so we need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm going to show you another trick today. Maybe everybody knows it, maybe you don't, but let's start here. We have 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. And sometimes the cornstarch gets stuck to the bottom. This time it didn't. So how I compensate is I just put a little bit more. And I'm not scraping the top of the tablespoon. I'm letting it go a little bit on the top. It's okay. It's not going to hurt it. I don't want less. A little more, it's okay. But it's pretty much, we have the 3 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm using organic, non-alcoholic vanilla extract, but you can use vanilla beans, actually. I've used vanilla beans before as well, where you scrape the inside, and those are very good. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So there we go. Now, this is what I want you to do. You need to make sure you put it on low, because if you right now start putting it on speed 2, that cornstarch is going to fly all over you, literally. Even right now, it might still want to. It did okay. I'm going to let it go like this slow for a minute until it incorporates. Then I'm going to put it on medium or 2, on speed 2 for 2 minutes. And then I'm going to scrape it. Then I'm going to put it on speed 3 for 1 minute. So what is the trick that I wanted to talk about? So I'd like to ask a question. How many, and don't Google it, how many? Uh, let's see. How many teaspoons equals to a tablespoon? Or like 1 teaspoon, how much of a tablespoon is 1 teaspoon? I have known this since I was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. It's like 20 years ago. Uh,
So you have an answer. Mary Love says 1/3.
no,
Cheryl Broha says three teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon.
no. That's what they want you to believe. But that's not the truth. If you want to, I'll show you the proof. 2 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. I have known this since I was a kid. See, here's 1 tablespoon, here's 1 teaspoon. Can you see? Honestly, I've known this since I was really very young. So let's put this on speed. I want to scrape it. I'll scrape it. We've been talking and moving. I just want to make sure everything is incorporated in there. I mean, scraping it just to get all the ingredients mixed in there. The cream cheese and the sour cream. And there we go. We're gonna now let it go for 2 minutes on speed 2. We're pretty much done right now, actually, with the cheesecake. All right, so let's hurry up here. Speed 2. So, so right now, I'm just going to start putting some of the stuff away while this is mixing up for another couple minutes. And don't worry, you're going to see like some white items of the cheesecake and things like that. Oh, I'm sorry, of the cream cheese. It's normal if you see a little bit of the chunks, so there's nothing wrong with that. So let's clean some of this up, move this out of the way so we can get ready to make our strawberries. And there we go. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good time? Early in? Good, good. All right. Now I'm going to quickly just make sure, scrape it. It's fine, there's nothing there. And I like this scraper because it's not just the size, the way it's angled. Uh, it it's like when you go on the sides, the way the angle is. It's very nice.
We have a comment.
Yes.
Xander Danielle Quintana's son said, "This is Xander. I'm having a lot of fun. When is the next live show?"
Hey, well, we let me know when you want to. And Xander is asking when is the next live show. He's having a lot of fun. He's enjoying it. We can incorporate a time with mom and dad, and we can produce another one. We can sit down together, and you tell me what you like to make, or what you want to cook or bake, and we'll make it together. Now I'm going for just 1 minute on speed 3. And so while this is going, I'm going to go and take a nap. No, I need. I'm no. We need another pan. This is one of the things. We need another pan, and we're going for our bath water. This is an old pan Tefal, Or I think yeah, Tefal actually. It's the French one, the real one. My mom got it for me many years ago. So all right, this is ready, and I don't want to put the cheesecake here. All right, so there are. I don't know which way is easier for you. There are so many things you can put the water in it first and put the cheesecake in here and put it there, or put this in there. I like to put it here to minimize the movement, so I don't accidentally open uh, the spring. So let's go ahead and continue here. All right, so here's our. We try not to, we don't want anything go to waste. And whoops, I made now I'm making things dirty. It's just because of the live show. My first live show, I think. I haven't done a live show before. So, pour it in there, pour it slowly so it can rise slowly. We don't have to tap it or anything like this, like we do with the cakes. I'm sorry, I should go like this because this is not glass. So I'm gonna go. It's hard for me doing it this way, trying to see. There we go. It's doing okay. I'm doing okay, everyone. Doing fine. Okay. All right. Everybody said, "Hurry up, hurry up! Come on, we want the cheesecake." All right. So, oh, there's some on this side. I didn't see it. Coffee, coffee. Oh, they want coffee too. So, yeah, we can make coffee and everything. So there, we'll put it in the sink later. So, oh, I wanted to show you. Let me wash my hands real quick. So we have our water here. Uh, I recommend to put warm water or hot water. Now, if you don't want to do that, honestly, it's really not going to hurt it. It's going to get hot real quick. But I like to use the drinking water. That way you don't, because mine is filtered, so it doesn't produce the calcium that goes on your pans. And honestly, like I didn't even have to scrape it or anything. I used this for the last cheesecake, and was just like it came out like that. The water was still there. It's odd. It also evaporates less when I'm using the drinking water. Um, sorry. I'll warm it up real quick in the microwave. But so in the meantime, let me move this out of the way because we're going to be getting ready to also work on our strawberry sauce. Um, very good question. Our videographer and production crew asked, "How much water do you put in there?" I put half an inch. That's all you need. You don't need more. You don't need to put a lot. I could have put half an inch before. Still, it's okay. I know it'll go a little bit higher, but I only put half an inch of water. And also, you got to be careful when you you turn the water on. What just happened to me, and I almost forgot it. And then our production manager pointed it out that, hey, Samuel, what are you doing over there? Pay attention. He was going to duck my pay. I'm just going to put it for like 30 seconds in the microwave. Yes.
And listen, have you ever had an instance where the water evaporates while you're cooking the cheesecake?
Yes. The question was, have you had an incident where the water has evaporated while you're making it? Yes, it did happen because I was using, I think, regular water, and I was surprised that it did. We don't know. Maybe it wasn't at this house, maybe it was a different oven right now, honestly, but it has happened. But really, nothing happened to the cheesecake. It was smooth on top. Uh, the most times when it cracks on top is when I move it the wrong way, trying to move it from one place to another and mess it up. Because this was already at room temperature drinking water. It's not steaming and it's not very hot, but it's okay. I'm not gonna, oops, I'm gonna put it here. Our oven is ready. So really for this amount, we had about 3.5 cups and I just spilled about half on the floor on here. So, so don't worry. Um, Mr. Quintana, don't worry. You spill it, it's okay. Tell mom, Samer said it's okay. So it's fine. All right, so let's, would you like to come over here and see what we're doing? So,
Mary Love said, Summer, you are such a natural. This is so fun.
oh, thank you.
Danielle Quintana said, haha, Mr. Summer.
All right, so there we go. We're going to open the oven and see how easy it was. Our cheesecake is in here. It's ready to go. Looking good. I can close the door. All right, it's at 325. And let's set our timer for 60 minutes. And we'll see you in 60. And obviously, we're not going to be, you're not going to see that one, but here's what you're going to have to do. I'm just cleaning up here real quick so I don't get in trouble. Yeah, the production crew, production manager, yeah, said, "Come on, what you doing?" Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dean Tart. I really appreciate everybody's joining me tonight. And I hope everybody is my channel subscriber. Follow me. You could see all the recipes. I probably have about 40 recipes out there, I think. 25 to 40. Honestly, I don't count. I just make, and I still have few I need to put out there. It's just a little more time consuming. So what are we doing next?
We have a question.
Yes.
I think it's Xander who says, hi, Mr. Summer, what is the purpose of the water bath?
The purpose of the water bath, it helps the cheesecake cook evenly. It produces heat around the whole pan. And the question, by the way, was from Mr. Zander, what's the purpose of the water bath? It has two purposes. One of them is to produce the heat around the whole pan, even the cooking on the outside that also makes it go on the inside of the cheesecake. The second one is to produce moisture inside the oven to prevent it from cracking on top and drying up. So that's the real purpose for the water bath. Oh, great. Good job, Mr. Zander. You're doing great. I like your hat. Yes. All right. So next is a really it's it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. Should I use the glass or is this okay? I'll use this one. So what we're going to do is we need to wash our strawberries. And I have a whole pack, it's a pound, but to me it looks like something is missing. Oh, 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 8.5? Oh, the camera crew, 8.5. It's like they look missing. I thought, well, maybe I bought it wrong. So no, why? Oh, but see, that's all right. You know, if the your camera crew, your production crew, your videographers sneak and eat the strawberries. Hey, I'm sure a lot of us have done this. You come home, oh, this looks good, and you grab and eat it. And
Miss Irving said they were cheap.
oh, all right. So I watched them. I washed them well, and this is what I'm going to do. Couple of things here. First, we have our board here. Let's bring over our blender. This one you need a blender, you need the Vitamax, any of those really work. Anything you might have, any type. Uh, so there we go. Ta-da. All right, so what we need to do is we need to core them, we need to clean them and core them and then put them in there. When I had the smaller one, I used to cut them. I probably should still cut it. Do you remember why I came here for? I don't like to just throw things like in the sink or. So here's a bag, so I can put the stuff in here. Now we have a special tool. So if you're going to be using a lot of strawberries or things like this, honestly, this is so much easier. Look at that, and it lasts for a long time. And I don't know. Let me see if it has a name on it. It was purchased from HEB Professionals. That's what it's called. All right. So the plan is with these strawberries, we're going to add a third for the whole pound. So if you're only using half a pound, use half of these ingredients. I'm going to have all the strawberries here because we're going to have multiple. Anyway, let me show you. I've done it before also on YouTube. See how easy it is? Look. And if you have the smaller one, cut them in half. You know, the smaller blender. And well, what I do first is I take this out like this. I grab them all, take them out. So, and usually what makes this really faster, uh, you hope that somebody goes in the refrigerator and eats like 5 of them. Then it gets done a lot quicker.
Irving does that way out of her league.
Well, you don't have to do it this way. Just do it differently. And you know, we can always work on the chocolate ganache. And any this just the sauce is so good. You'll think, oh, it's strawberry, but we're gonna put a third cup of sugar. If you're gonna do half a pound, put a quarter, because the strawberries, even though I have organic, they're still not as they're still a little sour. So, and I'm going to zest kind of a medium large size lime in there. But what I recommend is if you're gonna do half the lime or a small lime if it's a big lime. But if I'm sorry, if it's a small lime one, if it's a big lime, half. It's the end. It's at the end of the day. All right. How am I doing?
You want to record before the strawberries? We have frozen strawberries.
We have. The frozen ones, but no, oh yeah, the other ones are frozen. No, it's fine. This is good. That's right. Yeah, I saw them. I saw them in there. Yeah, I thought they were done. Like you made a mistake or something when the other package was gone. All right, I'm almost done here. We have. Oh, I gotta bring it. I put the sugar away. All right. And we have the lime over there. Nice. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. How's everybody doing over there?
I'm good, Mr. Move it, that's so fast. It is, that little poke was quick.
It is. It is. It's. I've always done it with a knife, and it takes time. The nice thing is, you just push it out. You don't have to do anything. Put it in there, twist it, and push it out. Here, I missed a little piece. Grabbed it. It's done. Again, if I had the smaller one, I would cut them in half. I was just being a little lazy. I usually like to cut them in half, but this is a good. It has multiple blades, so it's okay. All right, I'll wash my hands real quick. We'll throw these out. All right. Sugar. Too much? Oh, 1/3. I'm sorry, 1/3 cup of sugar. You weren't paying attention earlier. Well, you were doing your work. That's the reason. All right, and let's zest our lime. And with the lime, you have to be careful with zesting. Don't go too deep because once you get into deep, it becomes a little bitter. You know what? I'm going to do something. It's easier if I have it here, right? There.
Melissa found the strawberry hole on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Good job. I was gonna ask if they're a hot vendor. All right. So, well, be careful with the zesting. Honestly, I usually do it a little faster, but I'm just, and you could see just quickly, just a quick zesting takes care of it here, but it gives a lot of flavor, a very, very nice flavor. All right. And in the meantime, so what's going to happen with the cheesecake when it's done? The alarm will go off, and no, you're going. um, what you need to do is turn the oven off. Open the oven door, whether slightly, all the way, whatever. It doesn't matter really. I open it slightly, about a quarter way, and you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normal. It's 5. You need 5 seconds, and then you close the oven door and keep it in there for another hour. you're going to notice when it's done after the hour, it's still not ready. But don't be afraid of it. Just leave it in there for another hour. It's going to continue slowly cooking and getting ready for what we need, where we need it to be. And we'll talk in a minute. So here, let's make sure this is in the right place. Yep, the arrows are to the arrows. Okay, so this has all kind of different things in here. I'll start on low. The strawberries will liquefy on their own. You don't need to add anything to it. See, they became liquid on their own. You don't need water. You don't need it. It's all full of water. It's about a minute and it'll be done. And I didn't show you. This is the book from my dad. I had it laminated here. It's all in Arabic. His recipes from meals to desserts to breakfast to appetizers, uh, all kind of with his own handwriting. Um, Again, he even wrote the date, April 12th, 1987. So, okay. So I think our strawberries are ready. Yes,
Catherine Carter wants to know, did you put in the juice of the lime or only the zest?
only the zest. I did not. It produces a very very good flavor and enough flavor in the lime zest, and it's even better usually when it's cold. Right now it's still going well. It won't be bad because the strawberries were cold. So all right, there we go. So here's what's going to happen now. We're going to uh, bring out our cheesecake, the one that we've made from before, so you could see the production. Are we ready? Here, let me put it in. I'll put it in the fridge for a minute. Let it cool off.
Mary Love says that is such a treasure. And Erlene Morgan said that is so cool. What a gift.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank God that we're able to cherish their history and enjoy. We're enjoying what they wanted us to enjoy. So the cheesecake is right here, and when it comes out from the oven, like I mentioned before, this is what I did. I used a cooling rack. I put some items under it at the time because my stove, I was using the stove when I did this, but you could put it on the stove. But I still recommend you need to take out some paper towel, a whole sheet, and put it under it because you will have the from the butter spray and from the for me the avocado oil is still going to be on the outside that will seep through, and that way you don't. Let's clean up. And this is nothing abnormal. I don't know why chefs out there never talk about it. I didn't have that happen honestly when I used the fake butter spray. But when you use the real oil, and it's 100% avocado oil, you don't have any of the taste. It stays there. It doesn't evaporate. I'm sorry, I'm looking over there. I'm looking to my audience over here. So here we go. Can I lift? Are we ready?
Yeah.
One, two, three. It's stuck. It's stuck. No.
Cheryl Brohart says, can we see the production crew eat the cheesecake?
Of course,
They seem to be very hungry.
of course. And I purposely left it in the pan. So anyway, so we put it outside for an hour on the cooling, at least for an hour. And then tonight, for you, it's 8:30. It's not bad. So it'll be done. It's not going to be done like till 9 o'clock. So you still have to be up until 10. So it's going to be, and you have to wait until it's out. It's in, I'm sorry, because you're going to have to keep it in the stove for another hour. So what you're going to do is, if you need to go to sleep at 10 after it's done, it's okay. Put it outside. Maybe cover it with parchment paper and leave it. It's not going to go bad. Nothing's going to happen. And then wake up in the morning, put it in the fridge. Like it's cooked. You're not. Everything is cooked. It's. There's no. It's better if it goes in the fridge after it cools down. But and I loosely covered it, as you saw. And if you get moisture, I didn't. But if you do, if you want to take something to dry it, whether it's paper towel or something to dry it up, and but here you go. Here's let's see what happened. I haven't, there we go. It's stuck somewhere. It's the pan that's stuck on the bottom. There. It's good. See, there's the inside. So this happens to you, don't panic. You see what I did? I just kind of played with it and stuff. I know some you could say, oh, scrape at the beginning with a knife and stuff, but I don't want to scrape my pan. So here's our cheesecake. All right. Wash my hands again. I know I was going to have my tools out, but let me grab them. We have our specialty plates. We have 5 plates. Huh? Which one you want? Do you have a preference? The red one? Okay. We have specialty plates here. All right, so let's grab a knife. Okay, are we ready? Nice. I could feel it. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's put this here. Let's try this. Always the first slice, it's the hardest to take out. There we go. This is nice. This is nice. Again, sorry, the first slice, it's a little harder to take out than the others.
Looks yummy.
It is. It's very. Let me do something here. Oh, they want the strawberry sauce. You want strawberry sauce? Yes, we do. It is. Here you go. The sauce solidifies a little. Can you see? Here, maybe this way. How much sauce do you like?
That's good.
That's good. There you go. Sorry, the first slice gets messed up. This is a small piece. Who wants a smaller piece? You? Okay. Which plate? Mickey? This one? Okay. Would you like strawberry sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's enough?
Okay, a little bit more.
Is that good?
Yeah. Thank you.
Would you like a spoon?
No,
There you go. Here you go, napkin.
thank you.
How's everybody doing?
Danielle said looks amazing.
Here you go.
Cannot wait for them to try that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Now the crew. There. Is good?
It's ready to go. You can take the lime. The lime side? Yeah, you can take it.
Now, is it this one? You like Yoda? Okay. So how much strawberry would you like? Just a little bit? Oh, okay. If you have any questions or that's right. They need to watch everybody eat. Yeah, they need to watch you guys eat. They're not. Oh, you can come over here. You can come over here. Sure, I let you.
That's how it is here.
Oh, is that you? No, that's hers. That's Lynette's. Yeah, yeah, we can all here sit down and eat here. Let me clean this off.
Hello, everyone.
I'm trying not to use my hand too much.
Hey, everybody. So good.
It's very tasty, very smooth.
Take your bite. Oh my gosh, Amber, this is perfect. Mm-hmm.
You know, usually the cook is the first one to try it, but not today. Not here.
Production crew.
See,
Thank you all for watching.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Oh, here, Lynette, would you like a napkin? There you
Thank
go.
you very much.
You're welcome. Oh,
Someone says hi.
hello.
Shermel.
Hi, Shermel.
Mary Love says hello. Y'all enjoy. Thanks so much, Summer.
You're welcome.
Danielle, thank you, Summer, and to all of your crew too.
Thank you.
Shiny says thank you. Arlene says thank you.
That's yours over there. There we go. Now, hold on. I gotta try it.
Thanks for watching, Sam.
I haven't. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for joining me today. Again, thank you for having me in your house. I enjoyed doing all this together, and time flies. How I thought, oh, it'll be just. It takes time, but just because we're talking and doing things together and enjoying each other's company, but it's fun. You start an early afternoon, you do it on a Saturday afternoon, then you can enjoy it all day on Sunday. Let's see here. Mm. Oh, that strawberry sauce.
It's very good. You can feel
It's amazing.
the zest.
And the cheesecake, it melts in your mouth. Let me eat some of that crust to see how it is here. What's nice about this cheesecake is it's not sweet. And the strawberry sauce is not sweet. They're tangy, but honestly, everything together. Honestly, you sit there and you want to keep eating and eating and eating. All right. This is good. It's really good. I hope everybody's cheesecake turns out really, really good tonight. And let me know. Send me your comments, and
So this will be a monthly thing, Summer?
we're going to. It could be. And send me in your comments how it turned out, and tell your family and friends to join us and to subscribe. And any meals you like me to cook, yeah, like and share. And again, thank you very much. Now, the hard part about all this right now is cleaning. Uh, we don't have a cleaning crew. They came yesterday. They came on the wrong day. But honestly, usually what I end up doing is, like, when I put the cheesecake in, before I do the strawberries, I clean everything, and then I do the strawberries. That way you're done and everything is clean and you're resting. So, uh, and I got used to this about cleaning while I'm cooking. I learned it from one of my friends. Uh, he's a chef, and he was one time over at my house, and I saw him. He said, "Hey, you want me to do this?" I said, "Okay." I was cooking some chicken and things. That was back in Michigan, and I saw him constantly. Anything he uses, he washes it, put it down. Even the knife, he uses it. He doesn't go grab another knife. He washes it and then he uses it on other things. And I told him, "I'm seeing you doing this." He goes, "Yeah, that way when I'm done cooking, I only have the big items to clean, and I don't feel tired." It's like, you're doing all this, you're gonna get tired. We're human. And then you look at all the dishes, you think, okay, I'm not gonna clean anything. You put it in the sink and it stays for a few days. Because next day go to work and all that. Again, thank you. I don't know. Here, let me take this off. Put it here. All right. Any questions? Anything?
Danielle said it was quite nice. Thank you so much, Sarah and crew. And Erlene said, thank you all. It was fun. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Again, don't. Bye bye. All right. Good night.